Okay, good morning students. So yesterday I have been telling you about the costing and what are all the different methods, right? Today we will go for a problem. Okay, I will just explain to you the components of cost sheet and then one problem we will work out today, and tomorrow we will do one more, and then after that you yourself have to from the exercise problem work it out and find out the solution. Right? This is the problem I have given you. From the following data, prepare a cost sheet. You have to go to prepare a cost sheet where the values of direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, administration overhead, works overhead, and selling and distribution overhead, and even profit also is given. From this we are going to find out how much selling price to be fixed. Okay. So when you look at the components, as I told you yesterday, 3 direct cost is there. All the 3 direct costs, if you add up, you will be getting the first one called as prime cost. This is called as what? Prime cost. And after that you have to add factory or works overhead. When you add that, you will be getting factory cost. After that you have to add up the administration overhead. Then you will be getting cost of production. How much cost involved in manufacturing. Then you will add the selling and overhead expenses, and then you will get cost of sales. And then you have to add up the profit. Finally you will get how much is the total selling price you can fix up for the product. Is that clear? So first one is prime cost, second one is factory cost, third one is cost of production, then cost of sales, and then you are getting the selling price. So I have given you the direct material cost, labor cost, and expenses. So now here I have not given you the direct expenses in this question. Only 2 direct expenses are the 2 direct expenditure cost expenditure I have given you. So direct material is 1,80,000, direct labor is 1,50,000. When we add the total prime cost is we are getting as 3,30,000 rupees. And then what we have to do here is I have to add the factory overhead. Factory overhead is given to you as 90,000 rupees. This is otherwise called as works overhead. Overhead means what? Indirect expenses. So when I add that factory overhead, I am getting here 4,20,000, which is called as works cost or factory cost. Okay, and then I am adding the administration overhead. Administration overhead is only 84,000 rupees. If I add that 84,000, the total amount comes to 5,04,000, which is called as cost of production. Then what overhead? One more left, selling and distribution. So when I add the selling and distribution overhead 1,05,000, the total amount comes to 1,69,000. 1,69,000 is called as cost of sales. Then the businessman will be expecting a profit. He is expecting a profit at 1,21,800. So when I add that, then the total sales comes to 7,30,800 rupees. Hope you are clear with it. First we are calculating the prime cost, where you are adding all the direct expenses, material, labor and expenses, and then after that we will get prime cost. Along with the prime cost, you will add all the factory overhead, like the payment, wages or salary, whatever is given for the foreman or for the inspector, and other like factory power or for factory rent, whatever, all that is called as factory overhead. Then after that you are getting administration, where you will add all the rent, salary for the auditor and for the managers, and electricity, all that is called as administration overhead. And then we are having selling overhead, where we have sales commission, advertisement expenses and warehouse expenses, all that we will write in selling overhead. Finally we are getting cost of sales. So first is prime cost, second is works cost or factory cost, third is cost of production, and the last one is cost of sales. Then you add the profit, and then you are getting sales amount as 7,30,800 rupees. Okay, what is given? This is the first answer you are given. Based on this, they are asking you to fix up the selling price for the next year. So that is the second question. Based on the above data, prepare the cost sheet for the next year. No, here direct material is also different. 2,40,000. Direct labor is 1,50,000. And the company has decided to earn the same profit. How much profit? That percentage of profit you have to calculate. And then it is asked, you are calculating the works overhead as percentage on direct labor. Okay, and then admin and selling overhead percentage on works cost. So based on these previous figures we have to calculate. So now I will tell you how to find out the percentage, and then we will see how to calculate the new cost sheet for the next year. Okay, so here I have given you direct material last year it is 1,80,000. But please, whatever I am telling you, just note down in the notebook and then you see how much you are getting. Okay, so instead of this direct material 1,80,000, for the second year what amount I will write 2,40,000. Okay, and then direct wages I have given you here as 1,50,000. Next year also the same amount, so you will write direct wages as 1,50,000. Then you will add both. What is the cost we will get? Prime cost we will be getting. After getting the prime cost, now we have to add the factory overhead. So what I have given you here is factory overhead is based on direct labor. It is based on direct labor. So I have to work out this percentage first and then you have to do the problem. Okay, so here factory overhead is you have to calculate a percentage on wages. So factory overhead here I have given you as how much? 90,000 rupees for the last year. And it is to be based on direct labor. So if 1,50,000 is the direct labor, 90,000 was the factory cost. If 100 is going to be, then how much percentage I have to calculate for the next year? I am getting here 60%. So based on the 60%, then again 1,50,000 into the 60 by 100, I will get for the next year how much will be the labor cost. Is it clear? Please, you have to work it out on your own. So I hope you understood this. This is the actually labor, last year labor, and 1,50,000 be the denominator. For this last year we have spent 90,000 rupees as factory cost or works cost. So into 100 you get 60%. So in the next year when you are doing 60%, next year the labor cost also is 1 lakh into 1,50,000. If you know, then you will be getting for the next year how much will be the factory cost. And then after that I have given you administration overhead as percentage, administration and selling overhead as percentage on works cost. Okay, now I have to first calculate the administration overhead. Administration overhead last year it was how much? 84,000. Okay, this is based on what cost? Based on works cost. So 84,000 will be the numerator divided by 4,20,000 into 100. Is it clear, student? So I want to find out the factory cost for the next year, but that is depending on what? On the administration overhead, I'm sorry, based on what? Works cost. So administration overhead was last year it was 84,000. So 84,000 divided by 4,20,000 into 100, I am getting 20%. So whatever factory cost I am getting, then that into 20 by 100. For the next year I will get the administration overhead. You have to work it out on your own. Okay. Then comes selling overhead. Selling overhead I have clearly given here as 1,05,000. This is also depending upon what? Works cost. So last year it was 1,05,000 divided by 4,20,000 into 100. I am getting 25%. So how much ever works cost I am getting for the next year, that amount into 2,500 divided by 100 if I write, I will be getting the selling overhead I will get. And finally profit, they want to have the same profit. So profit on sales I have to calculate. So how I will calculate is how much is the profit here? 1,21,800 divided by last year's sales is 7,30,800. So 1,21,800 was the profit of the last year. This year also, the next year also they want to get the same profit. So that divided by the previous year's sales into 100, I am getting 16.67%. This is the percentage on sales. So we have to find out the percentage on cost and then you have to work out for the next year. I hope it is clear for you. This is a very, very simple problem. Only thing is you should remember that what should come first, what should come second, like that. If you remember the process, then it is not at all a difficult problem. It's a very, very simple problem. I'll tell you once again, cost sheet and it consists of I can say for 5 components. I can say first one is prime cost, we are calculating, adding all the direct expenses. Second one, we are calculating factory cost, adding all the factory overhead expenses. Overhead means what? Indirect expenses. And third one, I am adding all the administration overhead and I will be getting cost of production. And then I will add all the selling and distribution expenses. I will get cost of sales. then how much is the expected profit if I had, then I will be getting how much will be the total selling price. Okay, with this I think I will wind up. And the second problem what I have given for the next year, you please work it out on your own. Any doubt you can always call me, and please, like as far as problem paper is concerned, be very attentive. And thank you students, hope you enjoyed the session today. And next I will be teaching process costing, and with this I will wind up now. Thank you.